Like many of the best performers throughout history, she's eternally conscious of setting higher and higher bars for herself, then making you sure just how she cleared them. She has an almost natural sense of what she has to do to remain the biggest star on the planet. That won't last forever, of course. Every star dims eventually. So far, Beyonce's instincts are serving her very well. Beyonce's 2018 Coachella performance was a makeup for 2017 set she has to cancel due to her pregnancy with twins. Beyonce, being Beyonce, I'm sure you remembered the reveal of her pregnancy one televised performance on MTV. Coachella was actually her first major appearance on such a massive stage since, 2017 Grammy Awards, where she performed heavily pregnant in support of her successful album Lemonade. What Beyonce understands that previous performers at her level of fame, Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, spring to mind, also understood is what topping yourself really means. Clearing the bar you previously set for yourself. Sometimes, as Coachella performances, it means clearing a bar by such a height that you create almost impossible expectation for you in future performances, and you could never possibly live up to them. Topping yourself then isn't about building bigger and bigger presentation of yourself, but instead constantly finding ways to do just unexpected things. What pushes Beyonce on the level of Michael Jackson, for example, or the Beatles, is that she applies this natural gift for finding and the most satisfying and most unexpected thing she could do to every stage of her career. It is almost impossible to think of an entertainer who right now commands the level of interest or respect that Beyonce does. In terms of sheer pop culture oxygen she sucks up in the room, she is the level of something like, Game of Thrones or Marvel movies for cinema, to the point where she feels like, less like a real person. In her nearly decade-long run of this level of fame, there have been other musicians who occasionally approached that level of fame and public interest in the last decade. Taylor Swift is one of them, for example. But take for instance how Beyonce followed up an album that was labeled as, disappointing when viewed within a context of her career. The 2011 release of 4 that underperformed in comparison, for example, to 2008 I Am Sasha Fierce, and didn't manage to repeat the earlier success and produce hit singles like, Single Ladies. Her follow-up then was 2013 Beyonce, a double album that won attention and publicity thanks to its surprise release, and out of nowhere publicity moved it almost overshadowed this amazing album, and I think this is one of the best albums in her career. Her next move after that album-wise was 2016 Lemonade, her best album in terms of critical reviews, and one that managed to sell millions of copies in the music industry, best known for Crumbling. But it was also notable how personal that album was, how much it talked about her marriage, her life, her black womanhood. The deeper Beyonce gets into her career, the more she have that balancing showmanship with something real and non-manufactured that is actually her key to success. For obvious reason, I cannot grasp how important this is for black women, who rightly see Beyonce as this titanic figure in pop music history, both for her music and who she is as a person. But as a pop culture fan, I admire how brilliantly she navigates the straits of giving everybody a great show, while also offering just enough of a glimpse of what is the real Beyonce just to keep us fascinated. She really is a rare black female artist that is out there learning from history of women who had hard time fighting racism and crushing color barriers between black and white America, bringing them together. And the biggest of them, of course, being Diana Ross, the first and the biggest music superstar accepted by everyone, and of course Whitney Houston, that moved from that to then unseen success for a solo black female singer, and made it possible that a black female singer can be up there writing history and setting records and milestones. Madonna was one of those who offered a similar personal and professional in her music throughout her career, but for Beyonce right now is working very well. Beyonce is one of those artists who learned from her peers, the absolute best in the game, and creating the legend that she is today, being an electrifying performer like Tina Turner, showcasing her vocal talent like Whitney did, using her diva power like Diana, taking creative control like Janet Jackson did, and being in touch with her heritage like Aretha did. And all that knowledge applied to her own talent, expression, and performance and artistry. This is why Beyonce is one of the hardest working women in music history and one of the best performers in the world. We salute you, the Queen Bee, Beyonce. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, follow me on my Instagram account, and support our channel by becoming a patron on Patreon, and with a bunch of rewards help us creating together a great content with your favorite artists. Bye.